Hello nerds, and welcome to the very first Nerdhaven Season 4 content update video series, where I'll be introducing new features and explaining some of the mechanics you might encounter during the season. In this one, I would like to talk about crafting and blacksmithing profession. Season 4 is our biggest project yet. The Middle-earth map is of course our biggest priority, where most of our resources are allocated. And because this project has taken so long, it has allowed me to work on something I've been wanting to implement in Conan for a long time. Personally speaking, Conan Exiles the game offers very little excitement when it comes to default mechanics like crafting. Your mileage may vary, of course. There were times when I enjoyed hunting for named trolls to get better gear. There were times when I even spent hours traveling the map, often with a group, to get the resources we required to craft a Drawdbane or a full set of Northwatch. Killing bears for diamonds was a bit annoying, but it was also rewarding, and it gave us what we needed to take care of business. Same reason why on certain days I visited the damn summoning place 50 times to farm for that stupid witch doctor mask during the dreaded survival build era. But there was one more mechanic introduced years ago after the launch of Sipta map, and it was called Weapons of the Legion. In case you forgot, whenever you decided to craft, for example, a Sword of the Legion, the final result had randomized properties like weapon damage, weapon penetration, and other stats like durability and weight. I spent way too long farming mats and crafting hundreds of these swords to get the very best one. It was worth it though. Whenever you managed to hit the jackpot, it was a prized possession. And ever since then I always wondered, wouldn't it be cool to do this for, let's say, all the weapons? Wouldn't it be cool to expand the system so that it influences the stats even further? Or perhaps offer different bonuses? And wouldn't it be cool if this also somehow influenced the crafting of, let's say, armor pieces? By now, you probably know where I'm going with this. Suffice to say, if you like crafting, blacksmith RP, or spreadsheets, this should be a good season for you. Now, allow me to demonstrate how the system works in-game. Alright, let's do this. So the first thing you need is the blacksmith bench. This bench is universal and will work for any recipe from any faction. And it will be present in every faction town and every main hub. In order for the bench to work, you will also need a crafting resource. Just one, no complicated chains of crazy amounts of resources. And here is our first result, and we got lucky. How do we know we got lucky? Well, I made it so that whenever you hit the jackpot item, you will hear the anvil and hammer sound. This is specifically designed for instances where you will be crafting multiple items, let's say 10, and you're only looking for that one jackpot item. Now, what do we do with crappy items we don't really want anymore? We can easily dismantle them just like any other Conan weapon. The refund is exactly the same as the price for a repair, which means one crafting resource. And finally, a little demonstration on how armor crafting works. I can also show you how the jackpot number 2 works. As you can see, this one is really good because it allows you to turn, for example, a heavy armor piece into a medium one. Notice the fact that you could hear the sound again, and notice how little the weight is. That is a big tell that you hit something special. As admins, we are always looking for new and fun ways to steal your character's hard-earned cash from daily rewards and quests. And what better way than to introduce gambling on an admin-sanctioned slot machine that has a small chance to produce jackpot quality items you can then use for PvP, sell to other players, or give to your less PvP experienced friend to have a better chance to showcase what they're made of. But it's not just a money sink. Especially on Season 3, it was very immersive whenever blacksmiths in Ravenwood had their store open and kept selling their products to customers. Unfortunately, the variety was a bit lackluster. We could only provide limited weapon upgrade kits and personal thespians with slightly better weapon tiers to sell. It was a bit lazy and unimaginative, but the RPers on Season 3 made it work regardless. With this new randomized method, all you need to do is to pick the talent for blacksmithing, and you will automatically receive the knowledge for crafting weapons, armor, and even improved mounts for your faction. The resources used for this gamble crafting will be provided as daily rewards, rewards for certain one-time or special quests, or they will be purchasable for coin. Just keep in mind, blacksmiths will be severely limited, compared to other professions, when it comes to earning coins from dailies and quests. Other money-earning professions will be designed to support them, and to buy weapons from them. So make sure you try your best to support your local small business owners, and save them from starvation. This method should be accessible for anyone who wants to be a professional blacksmith, and give them plenty of opportunities to deliver actual, meaningful products, instead of producing the exact same result every time. You may not be Celebrimbor himself crafting Rings of Power, but crafting weapons is an important aspect of Middle-earth, and it could provide a meaningful difference as the season goes. This system also solves the issue brought up by a bunch of PvP testers who correctly pointed out that the Elven weapon roster is the most complex and overpowered, at least compared to any other faction. This is why the Elven gear will be pricier and grindier to upgrade for balance reasons. Certain other stronger weapons like spears, halberds, or the Moonblade will also be a bit more expensive than others. In case there are no blacksmiths in certain factions like Rohan or Gondor, we will make those schematics purchasable, or we will provide them as a reward, so that blacksmiths from other factions can still craft such weapons. This feat will not vanish even if you use the reset feat potion. But what if you don't want to be a blacksmith? Or what if you can't run into one during the short window you'll be playing? There will still be plenty of thespians that will offer faction gear with different values. Middle of the road, but affordable. Certainly suitable for most of the PvP action on the server. And that's about it. I know that most of you are very excited about the map and would like to hear updates on the progress, and hope we'll get to launch day 2. I promise we're working on it, and I hope that by the end of February, we will be able to give you an actual binding launch date. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.